out here. This is the Making Black Lives Matter in Schools event. Today is all about ending this racist form of policy known as the random search policy and replacing it with community schools.
Right now, LAUSD policy requires administrations and staff to randomly search students at every middle school and high school. This means the district is using our assistant principals, counselors, and security guards to search us. Random searches are never random. The last time I got searched, they randomly count me off, but somehow I'm always the 5th person and chosen to be searched 3 times in a row.
People have been calling for an increase in searches in the past few weeks because of the shooting that happened in Florida and the accidental gunfire that happened at a middle school here in LA. Anytime someone is impacted by violence, our hearts go out to them, their families, and the support systems that exist in those schools. But we want to be clear. We do not believe that more weapon searches would have prevented what happened. The school in Florida had police stationed there. The school in LA had random searches. Weapon searches do not create safety. So please don't use this moment to further criminalize and search Black and brown youth. We need real solutions and support, and searching us is not the answer. Requiring all schools to search students every day for weapons means that you're taking students out of class to search for weapons beginning at 11 years old. There is no reason that an 11-year-old needs to be criminalized at school. Only 4% of schools in the country do daily random searches. If 96% of schools in the nation can find other ways to keep their students safe, then we can too. UCLA Civil Rights Project researcher Amira Whitaker found that in 2 years of searches, LAUSD found 0 guns on campus through the searches. These searches cost about $500,000 a year. So that means in those 2 years, if they didn't find one weapon, one gun, they spent $1 million. $1 million that could have been used on resources that actually help us.
Random searches are a part of a continuum of violence that Black people have always faced. Random searches do not kill us, but they are a part of this continuum of violence that Black people have always faced. I believe random searches have psychologically blinded us to the rest of the abnormalities we see in our communities and in our schools. For example, why are Marines, Navies, and Armies in our schools 24/7, yet we do not get the opportunity to see other career professionals like doctors, lawyers, nurses, and many more? I demand more counselors, more full-time librarians, more nurses, because, like I said, I do not want to pick and choose the day I get sick or the day my friends get sick.
It seems like we have to struggle more in order to get simple everyday things like getting treated with respect. We walk into a store and the employees automatically look into their mirrors, their cameras, and start following us. I already get treated like a criminal so much outside of school. Why should I have to go to school and get treated like a criminal again? I want to go to school and know that I'm going to be protected and treated equally.
We think one important way to make Black Lives Matter in schools is to stop searching students and give students what we deserve instead. I am a Latinx student, but I am invested in backing Black leadership and making Black Lives Matter in schools, because if we empower those who have been targeted the most, then we are all empowered.
Black Lives Matter uses the term divest and invest, which means to take money out of the police enforcement and prison plans and use the money to fund what is called a community school. This school has all the basic resources and more. A full-time nurse and librarian, more counselors, college counselors, smaller class sizes.
I shouldn't have to travel far to go to a school that has resources. I know a lot of you in this crowd have to bust your way out of your community to go to a good school. You should not have to do this.
This moment right now should share and tell us what is possible. Every single speech that these young people have given today lays the foundation for us. 22 years ago, I was 12 years old. I was 12 years old, and I was going to a middle school in Van Nuys. And a police officer walked into the classroom. And that police officer went and whispered to a teacher. And that teacher allowed that police officer to handcuff me, walk me down the hallway, and into a private area where I was searched. I was 12 years old. It is 22 years later, and we are demanding that LAUSD end random searching. We have to be present, and we have to keep bringing people into the work. That's how the work does not end. We keep organizing, keep organizing, keep organizing.
we mobilize and organize to clear the American pollution.
California is the 6th largest global economy in the world, yet we sit at 46 in the nation for per pupil spending. The priorities here are upside down.
The black population has systematically been attacked in Los Angeles, and it is more important here than anywhere else that we stand up for Black lives.
You all can take this seriously, just as we take seriously this end to fight random searches, then we will all be able to collaboratively connect and do this work.
And the work is not just us organizing, but it's also the work we're doing within ourselves. And why it's important for us to dance, why it's important for us to conspire together.